What is going on YouTube? My name is SoloMekid and welcome back to either Black Ops 3 and my Q&A or just my Q&A. I had this idea just to randomly play some Black Ops 3 gameplay in the background, simply because the last time I watched my Q&A, all I saw was this big ass glob of fucking fat known as my double chin just sitting there at the middle of the screen, and I couldn't stand looking at it. So I was thinking of just putting some BO3 gameplay in just to kind of keep it a little interesting, I guess, but it might just be my full face cam. I'm not sure. I'll just figure that out later. But real quick, just before I start answering your guys' questions, I just wanted to say a big ass massive fucking thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers, now at 216 subscribers. That is seriously fucking insane. I could not thank you guys enough. Also, I do want to apologize for my uploads being extremely bad the last couple days, and by the last couple, I mean the last 4. As you guys know, my back has not been in a very great state, and no, it's not completely fixed yet. But I ended up getting these, what are these? 650 milligram pain pills. They're not really pain pills. It's like an amped up version of Tylenol. It's not like I'm taking morphine or some shit, but it's helping a shit ton. But I still can't play a lot of video games yet because I found if I sit in this chair or just sit down in general for, like I said, long period of time, like 20 or 30 minutes really, my leg will still got that really sharp pain in it. I'll have to lay down. So no, it's not completely fixed yet, but it is getting there. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right in this. I'm just gonna go ahead and scroll down. What was the first question? And then I'm gonna move my way up. So, YouTube Cody, aka Flawless, asked any YouTube tips like quality and mics I should buy. As you guys may or may not know, I use the Blue Yeti myself. The Blue Yeti is a lot of YouTubers' primary microphones, and it's a very big eye catcher. However, the problem with it is the price point for a lot of people. It's a $140 retail microphone. At least it was the last time I checked. I picked this bad boy up at a pawn shop for like 60 bucks, like around the time I started doing YouTube, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after. So it was just extremely good fucking luck and good timing. But if you do not have $140, like a shit ton of people do not for a YouTube microphone, there are 2 other recommendations, which would be the Audio-Technica AT, I believe 2020. Yes, Audio-Technica AT 2020. It is also a USB condenser mic. It's standing alone at $100. And the second microphone I would recommend is the Blue Snowball. I see the Blue Snowball recommended by a lot of YouTubers, and there's a lot of like even huge YouTubers that stand proudly by this microphone. It's really cheap, it's got great quality, and it's also a USB condenser microphone. If you don't know what that means, just YouTube it, YouTube mic quality and mic differences and stuff like that, and you can learn a little bit more about that. The Blue Snowball on Amazon right now is standing at $47.99, so that is a big plus in my mind. It's really cheap, really good quality, so I highly recommend that microphone. Also, for microphones, I would also recommend getting something like a pop filter. Also, as far as YouTube tips, which I actually didn't think I really had any, but it took me a little bit to think of some while I was actually talking about that. 2 tips about YouTube that I actually learned very early on doing YouTube, but I didn't really interpolate, I think that's the word I meant to use, into my YouTube career until much later. 1, be consistent. It doesn't matter if you're uploading, you know, twice a week or twice a month or twice a day or whatever. Just be consistent with your upload. Because if you sit there and upload like say a month ago and then you upload twice in one day or 3 times or 4 times a week and then don't upload for another week or 2, then no one's really going to care for that. And another tip would be connecting with your audience. If you're thinking you're connecting with your audience enough, try harder. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying, you know, share your entire life story or anything like that and, you know, tell them every single detail and aspect of your existence, but just treat your audience like you would friends. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next question, because if I sit here for 10 minutes, then I'm not gonna get through this Q&A in one video, so that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Next question comes from Mr. Crafted, and he asked, are you planning on joining any other clans? And long story short, I really don't have any intention on joining any other teams. There's only 2 teams I would actually really go for, and that would be Iron or NOS, and I don't think I have what it takes to be a part of either team. I mean, don't get me wrong, they could put me in as like a content creator or something like that, but who knows how long that would last. And I'm not a very skilled player as far as, you know, sniping. You guys have seen me, you know, hit clips here and there very, very recently, and just a few of them, and I'm really unlucky when it comes to hitting clips. I mean, I'm extremely unfucking lucky. I don't hit clips like at fucking all. So I think the only way I would ever really get picked up by another team is if I got put under a content creator, and honestly, I don't see that happening. And oh my god, I just looked at the comments. 3 comments in a row are just fucked up ass questions, so this is gonna be fun. It's Midnight asks, would you rather ninja kick a cactus barefoot or swallow a banana whole? I used to step on nails all the fucking time, so line up the cactus and take off my boots. Next question comes from The Mafia. Would you rather lick a cat's fur or lick earwax? I'd lick a cat's fucking fur. I don't give a fuck about cat's fur. I get a little bit of hair on my tongue. I have long hair. I get hair in my mouth accidentally any fucking time. Next question is from Panzer ZG. Would you rather put toothpicks under your toenails and kick a fucking wall or get your YouTube shut down? And honestly, if you would ask me this question probably about like 7 or 8 months ago, I probably would have just said shut down my YouTube. I would just start up a new one. However, YouTube, like literally right now in my life, is seriously the most important thing to me, like in existence. So I think I'm gonna have to take one for the team and shove some of those little fuckers underneath my toenails and kick a brick wall. I don't want to, but I would do it for you guys. Next question comes from Shadow Gaming Tactics. Do you plan on doing any zombie gameplay on Black Ops 3 when it comes out, like the remastered maps of Rise the Giant? I don't play a shit ton of zombies. I've never posted zombies on my channel, I don't believe. No, I have not. The problem with doing stuff like zombies is it's mostly funny moments, but when you play zombies, it usually lasts like 3.5, 4 hours, somewhere around there. So to keep the recording like nice and clean, I would have to stop recording every hour and a half and then continue recording. And the most I could really do with that is funny moments or maybe like a cut comm on BO3 zombies. I don't know if you guys would like to see that, but if you would, please drop a comment down below and let me know. Next question is from two people, both YouTube Cuddy and Jesus Morales. Asked, why did I start doing YouTube in the first place? Ever since I was probably about 13 years old, I've always wanted to start doing gaming YouTube videos. Unfortunately, I just never really had the money or the opportunity to. I mean, I did little, like, you know, the little tripod on, or camera on a tripod thing and aimed it at my TV. Actually made a sniper montage, which was very similar to my first ever sniper montage on this channel, which was complete and utter garbage. But I would say back when I was a kid, my inspiration to actually start a YouTube channel, or at least a gaming YouTube channel, came from QnA. If you don't know who QnA is, then you really need to fucking YouTube him. He's a lot like Vanoss. They started playing Call of Duty and then they moved more to stuff like Gary's Mod, Prop Hunt, and stuff like that. More PC gaming. But back in the day, QnA did a lot of Black Ops 1 commentaries and I just was in love with the idea. But long story short, gaming has always been an extreme passion of mine. I've always played video games since I was a very, very, very little kid. And once I saw people making YouTube videos of them just, you know, sitting down playing Xbox with their friends and stuff like that and so many people enjoyed watching these videos, I was just like, holy shit, I really want to fucking do this someday. 6 years later, I finally got the opportunity, and I have not looked back on the decision of getting a capture card, a microphone, and all the stuff I needed to actually start my YouTube channel. Next question comes from SwanZG. He asked, if I could relive any moment in my life, what would it be? And I actually ended up thinking about this like a shit ton after he commented this. And the way I saw it is there's 3 variations that I could take on this question. One, relive this moment one time in my life. Another one would be if I could relive it and change the outcome and continue my life from that. And another one would be if I could relive that one moment over and over and over again instead of just once. And 2 of those scenarios do involve girls. So, pardon me for sounding like a sappy son of a bitch on this question. But the first scenario, relive one moment one time in my entire life, would be when I met my ex-girlfriend. Her name was Gia. It was seriously like one of the most memorable moments of my entire life, and I would love to relive that moment. The scenario of reliving one moment and changing it and living my life outward from that change would be any time like before I turned 8 years old or 9 years old. Ever since I was a little kid, I was the biggest, just fucking asshole, disgrace, dickhead, little bastard ass child on the face of the fucking planet. I made so many stupid ass decisions, and so many fuck ups. It was seriously unbelievable, and it has seriously affected my life in such a negative way. It's seriously just hard to explain. Maybe someday I will go on a fucking 20-minute rant on how bad that fucked up my shit. But yeah, if I could go back in time and alter one part of my life, I would beat the living fuck out of my younger self. I mean, I would beat that motherfucker like a drunk stepfather. I would beat my ass. And the last scenario, relive one moment over and over and over again, would still involve the same girl, my ex-girlfriend. A long time ago, when we dated, like when I was 15 years old, we ended up breaking up, and I was a complete and total fucking asshole. I was a terrible fucking boyfriend when I was 14 or 15 years old, and I felt so bad for all the fucking shit I did. It took about 1.5 years to make up for all that stuff, and long story short, we became really good friends, and I ended up getting dumped by my girlfriend at that time. She ended up getting dumped by her boyfriend at that time, so we were kind of just sitting there moping back and forth, kind of bitching about our problems, and we started reminiscing about the old days, and we actually kind of just started connecting again, and we started dating again, and it lasted about 6 months, and it was seriously just, it was the most amazing experience of my entire life. Like, I know me and her meeting was a great fucking thing to begin with, but us dating for 6 months, even though that's not that fucking long of a time, it was still, even though it was only for 6 months, and we didn't get to hang out, like, at fucking all, we never got to see each other, because her parents couldn't fucking stand me, and I was always at work, and I never had fucking time to see her, and I seriously regret regret that so fucking much. But there was one time we got to sneak, and she went to Great Times one time and asked me to meet her there, and I wasn't working that day, and I actually, you know, had some time, and it wasn't that far from my house. So I ended up going down to Great Times, and it was the most fun I had ever fucking had in my entire life. We rode go-karts, we played all kinds of games, we wanted to go in the ball pit, but we were both too old to go in the fucking ball pit, obviously, which kind of sucks, because it doesn't matter if you're 8 years old, 18, or 80. If you see a ball pit, you want to jump in that bitch. Don't fucking lie to me. And holy shit, I've been recording this video for 25 fucking minutes. This is gonna be a very long video. I am so sorry. I'm gonna try to speed through a lot of these questions, but some of them I really have to give some detail on. So, with that in mind, let's go to the next question. Next question comes from Kelsey. Where is your dream place to visit? And I think out of all the places around the world, I would love to visit Italy. I mean, I've heard such great things. I've seen a lot of people do vlogs in Italy, and it's just so much like a peaceful place and just an amazing place to visit, and I wouldn't die to fucking visit that place at least once in my lifetime. Next question. This wasn't a question for the Q&A, I don't believe, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer it here anyway, since, you know, this whole video is devoted to answering questions. My buddy Gamer asked, are you gonna play BO3 from now on? And hell fucking no. I'm still gonna go back to multi-COD, but at this point, since the new COD has been released, this is that point where snipers, for that matter, are gonna play and grind out the game for a couple months until we go back to multi-COD. I mean, we might not even go back to multi-COD. I probably will, because I love doing multi-COD videos, and I love hopping on the other games as well. So long story short, no, I'm not gonna spend all my time on BO3, but I am gonna be spending a shit ton of time on BO3. Next question comes from Kelsey. Can you nay-nay? Believe it or not, me being a fat guy, I can in fact do the nay-nay. Don't do it for me. Now watch me whip. Nope. Next question comes from Julian. Have you had a job, or do you currently have one? I'm currently unemployed, hence why I'm actually working with my mother at this point. I've technically, and this is just my version of technically, I've had 3 jobs in my lifetime. One was when I was really, really young and I was mowing grass, and you're just like, oh, well, that's kind of a summer job. Which, it is a summer job, but it's a job nonetheless. I was making about $20 an hour just mowing yards. But, you know, me being a little kid making $20 an hour with like 8 or 9 fucking yards a week, that was a shit ton of money, and I blew a lot of it. I mean, I blew it all, and it was totally worth it. I also worked with my mom for a good amount of time, helping her with her work, and I got a little bit of income. I think I was making like $6 or something every hour or so, which is just under minimum wage. I mean, hell, right now helping with stores, I'm making like $5 an hour, and that's my choice. I don't want to sit there and say, oh, give me $10 an hour, or I'm not fucking doing shit, because that's just a dick move. But I don't want to be doing it for flat out fucking nothing, even though I would, because she is my mother. I mean, I understand if she doesn't have the money to pay me, then I wouldn't ask for any money. But right now, I'm helping her with these stores, and I'm getting paid $5 an hour. It's not much, but it's enough to help me get a few things that I actually need. And third, which was actually my first ever real job, and my brother ended up helping me get it, was for a company called Gridley. You've seen me wear this hat quite a few times. This is the actual company hat. It's called Gridley Interiors, and they're basically a non-union construction company. And I didn't really care for the job, not because it was like heavy work, it's just because I didn't really care for the people. And the big boss behind the whole like company was kind of just, no, fuck him. But there were a few people that I really enjoyed working with, like my brother, for instance. Another one, his name's Junior. He was actually the boss's son, and he taught me a lot of stuff along with my brother. And another one would be, I think his name was Jason, and they were all just really cool people to hang out with. And even though I didn't say it, I probably should say that I could not thank my brother enough for giving me that opportunity to actually introduce me to his work. Even though I was more of kind of like a temporary guy, it still was a great experience overall. Plus, if it wasn't for working that job, I would not have the setup that I have today. It still helped me afford stuff like my monitor, my PC, which actually came with a free monitor, so I guess both my monitors, my PC, my speakers, my Yeti that you see here, partially my Xbox One. I actually got some money for it for Christmas. So, I did blow a lot of the money unnecessarily, but it still helped me pay off a lot of shit as far as my setup. And do I have a job now? Unfortunately not. I am going to start working on that very soon, especially since the holidays are coming up. Everybody's going to be hiring. And last but not least, we have Kelsey yet again asking, which clan did you prefer, SES or Dynasty Empire? SES was a massive fucking family. And I answered this question in my last Q&A. Would I be a part of SES again if it was still around? Most definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had some problems as far as the clan. Like, some of the stuff as far as, like, the people making decisions for the clan. There were 2 people in the clan that were higher ups, so to speak, that I really got along with, that I never, ever had problems with, and that would be SES Rogue and SES Hawkeye. Even though those 2 don't get really along together, I joined SES for the first time, I think, like, a month or so after Ghost came out. SES was an extremely, there's a lot of fucking rules in the clan, which I had a bit of a problem with, but it was more of just like, don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. It's not like I really had problems with the rules. It's just I was always watching myself not to fuck up around somebody. And Rogue was my commander then in God Squad, and she was also my commander in God Squad back when I joined yet again, almost a year later. And Hawkeye was part of the hierarchy, and he was just like overall one of my best friends along with some other people in the clan. But long story short, both teams have their advantages. SES was more of a competitive team, which I love being part of the actual structure of that team, and I love the people in it. However, with Dynasty, it wasn't really like, there wasn't a lot of structure to the clan, which I did have a huge problem with. However, the people were fucking awesome, and they were into the kind of stuff that I'm into. They were snipers and trick shotters, and I love sniping, and I'm not a great trick shotter, but I love watching trick shots. But all in all, they both hold a spot in my heart for two of the best teams that I've actually been a part of. And as far as some honorable mentions, there was like Sniper 07 and Vile. I was a part of Vile for quite a fucking while until the commander went just batshit fucking crazy. So yeah, that's a really long story that I'm probably never going to talk about. So that has been it for this Q&A, guys. And I've been recording for almost 40 fucking minutes. So yeah, this is going to take some really creative editing. If this fucking video is like 20 minutes long or even longer, God help me, please don't let it be longer, then I am incredibly fucking sorry. I did not mean for it to be this long. I actually recorded this video 3 fucking times. This is actually the 4th time I've recorded this. I only made it like as far, on the other recordings I only made it as far as the second question. And then I looked at the time, I was just like, oh shit, I'm already 10 minutes past my deadline, or mostly because I kept spending too much time on each question, so I really got caught up in that. But again, before I end this video off, I want to go ahead and say thank you guys so incredibly much for 216 subscribers. Again, that is just absolutely fucking insane. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Also, for those of you looking forward to the Evil Within, no, I haven't completely forgot about it. But as far as all the stuff that's been going on lately, I have not had time to play it, record it, or anything involving putting it into a YouTube video, like with stuff like me helping my mom with work, or my back issue, or Black Ops 3 just now coming out. With all that going on, I really can't spend a lot of time on the Evil Within right now, especially since it takes, 14 or 10 fucking hours to render one video, which is fucking insane, and that's bullshit. But I'm really trying to find a solution, so if you're waiting for the Evil Within, please just be a little more patient. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, favorite, subscribe, share, channel with your friends. It would really help me a lot. And as always, game on. What is going on, YouTube? My name is QnA. It's finally back. Black Ops 3 in my possession, and oh my god, I miss this game so much. And real quick, I want to talk about why my uploads have been a little sketchy lately, mostly because I haven't uploaded really today, and that's about it. Haha, fuck you.